This is the Pioneer DJM T1 Serato mod. As you can see, this is the inside of the T1 opened up, courtesy of DJ Mikey from the Bay Area. Big ups to him. Really professional job here. Mind you, I tried this on my own a couple times and ran into a couple roadblocks, basically because this mixer is a little limited, being that it has the phono and CD lines independently, unlike the 909, which the phono lines can also be switched over to a regular line. The thing with this mod is that I wanted Traktor to work as it should for this mixer, because this is a Traktor certified mixer. But because everything is MIDI mappable, I also wanted a built-in Serato. That way I don't have to take my Serato box. This has a SL1 built in now. The bottom USB is for Traktor. The top USB is for Serato. The little LED light on the bottom of it, as you can see, that was added on. DJ Mikey from the Bay Area, basically, after some long nights of brainstorming, came up with the best way to make everything work. Was to add that switch in the middle there. I'll explain what that switch does. Before, when I wired it as is, but I wasn't able to use my regular vinyls or regular CDs because of the limited inputs that it has. It was either it was only going to be for Serato use only, and even because I tampered with the ends, Traktor was not going to be functional either. This way everything works on the mixer with that switch. So after some long nights of brainstorming, what that switch actually does is lets my phono inputs there be my Serato lines, the ends from Serato. So whether I plug in turntables or CDJs, they will both work, and they'll both work using both time code and without time code. So whenever I want my Serato to work, this switch dongle needs to be all the way down, and that will trigger Serato. I'll show you in a bit, once I get it up and running, how exactly it works and how responsive it is. Once I want to use, say, if I have my turntables hooked up as well on the phonos, before I wasn't able to switch on because of the limited input. So once I move the switch up, it'll let me get the signal from my analog turntable, so I'd be able to spin regular vinyl records as well. Same thing with CDs. Once the CDJs are plugged in, it works good. This is the power switch we added. Right now I don't have it hooked up. My intention was to make it I like to run all my power for Serato independently. I don't like to run I understand the USB port powers it up for my Mac, but I like to run the powers independently. I just think it's more of a reliable system. Not that I haven't had a reliable system, but I just think it's just less margin for error. So as you can see, this is a T1 dual USB. So basically I use Serato a lot, so the top USB is for Serato. The bottom one, I also need to hook it up because of the MIDI functions on the mixer. This mixer is loaded with MIDI function. The knobs, it has hot cues, samplers, effects. All of that is basically on the mixer that's MIDI mappable. So I need to hook up that second USB so the buttons on my work could be MIDI mapped. And I have everything already set. So as you can see, the Serato is nicely tucked in there under my faders. There's that USB. Removed all the RCAs. Make it look real clean. It's not sitting on anything, so everything's real nice in there. So basically couldn't ask for a cleaner setup. This is the way the switch is wired. The inputs Has a few wires coming out of it, but everything's super clean. So stay put and I'll show you exactly how it works. So you got the Pioneer here, DJ MT1. It's off. Right now I'm testing it on my SLDZ turntables, CD turntables. I got Serato here so you guys could see the modification. Serato's open, it's not hooked up. I got the back of it here. Let's see if you guys could see it. Basically a couple of inputs into the phono sections, and those shiny ones at the bottom are the booths that I'm using as my master outs. So let me see. Okay, so as you can see, it has the bottom USBs for Traktor. It's the stock one. The top one is the modification that was added on. I have those hooked up to a USB hub here in my coffin. The light's kind of bright, but as you can see, it's hooked up. The mixer's off currently. Power's not on. USB hub's on, is plugged in. Serato's off. As soon as I plug in the USB for Serato, you see the LED turn on. LED that I mounted. Basically, the mixer's off, and Serato just turned on. Again, it's a mod here. So now that I turned on the mixer now, it's fully MIDI mappable. So now, when I say turn this knob, you'll see me scroll through the library like so. I'm gonna load up a track. Load up a track by loading the load button here, and it's already loaded. I got my hot cues here, which is what people use dicers for, hot points, loops, or whatever. These are right here. As soon as I press number 3 or number 4, you'll see it trigger it. You see it blinking. So now that I turn on my CDJ, make sure it's on CD. Nothing's playing, right? It's because I have it on. I have this switch over here. I have the time code playing. As soon as I move the switch down, it makes my Serato function. Move the switch up, it stops it. Move the switch down again, it does the Serato function. So, as you can see, my hot cues, press select, it'll have my drops. So it's running Serato. These are all the effects for Serato right here. On and off switch, a delay. Turn it off. It does. It also does videos. So if I put Serato on videos, I got it fully MIDI mapped. To get it fully MIDI mapped, I gotta turn on these for my faders. And you can see when I move my fader here, the screen, it breaks it into grids. So this is my Serato mod, built-in Serato, Scratch Live SL1. Let me know what you guys think. Pretty slick setup. It also has Traktor, so I could, whenever I want to use Traktor, I just basically need to load up the software, and it's ready to go. I'm not a Traktor DJ, but I'll start messing with it as soon as I get a chance. Thanks. Comment on the box, subscribe if you can. Let me know what you think. Later.